Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. Today I want to bring you this tutorial on how to make this 3D rose once again, but with a different texture. I'm gonna start by sharing with you guys my 3D flowers that I have been making lately. I've been sharing them on Facebook and Instagram, but I wanted to bring it to you on my YouTube channel. So as you can see, they're very easy to make flowers, and I'm gonna bring you the tutorials for all of them, but for this time I'm gonna bring you that tutorial on how to obtain this nice texture on the rose. So if you guys want to learn on how to make it, I invite you guys to stay to watch this video. To start my design, I'm gonna use this long tip, and what I did is just took off some of the shine of the tip and just clean it, and I'm gonna be using that black acrylic from Bella's Nails, and then I'm gonna be using those two colors from Tones. One is from the collection Bright Queen and the other one is from the collection Amazon. And as you can see, I have already applied the black acrylic on the tip, and when I was applying the black acrylic and the rest of the acrylics, I only apply it in very thin layers. The only thing that we want is to have a background. And if you can see, I'm using the paper from the nail forms. It's a wax paper, so your 3D is not gonna get attached to the paper. If you guys don't use any forms, you guys can use wax paper, and this is gonna help too. Now for this 3D, I'm gonna be using my number 8 brush and my number 4 brush for 3D. For this rose, I'm gonna be using two colors, black and red. And then the first thing that I did, I grabbed a bead of red acrylic, placed it on the paper, and then I grabbed a smaller bead of black acrylic and placed it on top of a red one. Waited for the acrylic to get the right consistency, and I start pressing down. Once I start pressing down, I switch my brushes and I start using the smaller brush. I roll the acrylic, and after I roll it, I just lift it and put it on the side. Now this one is pretty much our base or the center of the rose, and after this I'm gonna be making petals. For each petal I'm gonna be making different textures. For the first one, as you can see, I did that U shape just to give the petal a nicer shape, and also this is gonna help me to attach it better to the base. Now as you can see, it's the same technique that I used on my other video where I show how to make a 3D rose. It's a smaller version of this one. This one it's a bigger rose, and I'm using the number 8 brush more, and actually to make the petals and everything. So like I said, it's the same technique, but it has different textures. Now for the other petal that I did, I only painted the petal. For the other one, I used more black, and so on, so on. So it's very easy to make. I really recommend you guys to make it and to give it a try. Pretty much one of the main reasons why I show you guys this video is because I know that a lot of people teach you how to make these amazing flowers and all these techniques, and to be honest with you, sometimes most of us, we cannot take those classes because of time or because of money. By leaving you guys this video and by sharing it with you guys, it's just to prove you guys that anyone can do a 3D flower, anyone can do any designs with acrylic. The only thing that we need is just a lot of patience and a lot of practice. That's all. So we don't really need to pay a lot to learn all these things. We can learn this by ourselves, and like I said, by practicing a lot. So after I was done with my flower or with my rose, what I did is I grabbed a small bit of black acrylic, very wet, and I just paint the edges of the petal just to give a more realistic effect to the rose. And a lot of people were asking me how I did this technique, and they thought that I would just by mixing the two acrylics or by painting it with nail polish I was getting this effect. And no, the answer is just grab the very wet black acrylic and paint your rose. To give a nicer look, I didn't paint it all around the rose, just in some parts to make the rose more realistic. I mean, the beauty of the flowers is that even though if they are not perfect, they always look so beautiful. So this is actually a good thing about us making flowers. Even if you guys made a mistake, nobody will know because flowers are beautiful. Then I just did another smaller rose. Then I did some 3D leaves, and I did some other 3D leaves on top of the wax paper and a little bit bigger than the other ones. And this is because I wanted the rose to look nicer and to look more real. And for my sample, I glued some rhinestones just to give an extra shine and to show you guys that we can add decoration to any flower and it will look nice. Another tip that I wanted to give you guys is that when I was doing the flowers, especially this one, I used my fingers and I use them to give the petals a nicer texture and a nicer shape. This is a really good tip. Use your fingers, don't be afraid. And if you just wait for the acrylic to be on the right consistency, when it's not going to get attached to your fingers but it's not going to be dry, it's going to give you enough time to give that nice shape. You guys are going to have perfect flowers, and actually you guys can make any other flowers. I'm going to leave the link for my video on the description box if you guys want to go check it out. Maybe it's gonna make this tutorial to be a little bit easier if you guys are beginners. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I want to invite you guys to subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed. And I want to thank you so much for being here and for all your support. I'll see you until my next video.